Hello guys, it's Gabe here again. Sorry that I haven't been posting that much recently. So we're going to be talking about the Floridian Empire, or the Empire of Long Florida. So the Floridian Empire has spanned across the Central America and a little bit of through South America and basically conquered all of the Caribbean. So I'm going to give you the story how this happened. Florida in the world has lost. It didn't look like the Florida that is today. The Panhandle was gone. They didn't have anything. They started to sink. So they said, screw it. They declared independence. And why would they declare independence? Because the USA didn't do nothing for Florida. And because if it didn't do nothing for Florida, then what's the point? So they declared independence and they started riling up their military. They wanted a panhandle. They had the panhandle, but they lost the panhandle. So they took the panhandle back. The USA declared war against Florida, but you know it's Florida. So what you gotta do? You can't beat Florida. So the Floridian Empire attacks the US, of course, wins easily, they first start, they march up through Georgia. They have to make it all the way to Wisconsin. They have to make it all the way through here. So the thing is that they start marching through this way. They start marching through this way to take it. And they're moving pretty fast, so the U.S. has to do something. So they cut them off here. But still, that doesn't stop them from these guys. And once they keep on going and they reach the capital, it's over. The USA gives up and says, how much land do you want? They say they want all of this land until it reaches Texas. So the USA says, that's bull. But then Florida says, well, too bad. I want it. Okay. And they say, okay. So they give them the land. And now, after that, after a couple of days, they start ramping up the military near the Mexican border. They march into Yucatan and take Yucatan. March all the way through here. Mexico gives up immediately because, their geography is the worst. Then they attack these countries, Guatemala and Belize. And then they take Honduras and then all of Nicaragua. Then they take Costa Rica, Panama, and then they cross into Colombia and Venezuela. Colombia puts up much of a fight, pushing them all the way back to the canal. But it fails and Colombia surrenders. Venezuela collapses and Brazil annexes the land. And then Guyana, in these three countries, Guyana, Suriname, and French Guiana surrender their land, and Brazil annexes the rest of them. Next is the Caribbean. First off, they took the Bahamas without no real force. But then it reaches Cuba, and this is where it starts to get real. They march on Cuba, immediately taking Havana, which is the capital, they immediately take the capital. And then they start marching. to Jamaica, but the Cubans still put up a fight, push them off the island, and push them off Jamaica. But it doesn't matter since, Florida, it's because Florida is Florida. So they take all of Cuba, they take all of Jamaica, and then the rest of it's pretty easy. They start marching down. And that's how the rise of the Floridian Empire comes to be. So please, I'm not going to tell you to like or subscribe if you want. I'm just so sick of people doing that. So, goodbye.